We bought all the chicken sandwiches from every fast food chain in the US and the UK to compare the differences. This is Food Wars. At a UK McDonald's, chicken sandwiches come in 3 sizes: the mayo chicken, a McChicken sandwich, and a McCrispy.
McDonald's in the US has 4 chicken sandwich options: the McChicken, the McCrispy, the McCrispy Deluxe, and the McCrispy and the McCrispy Spicy Deluxe.
The UK KFC options are a regular chicken sandwich, a tower burger, which is the same but with a hash brown and some cheese, and a stacker burger, which is 2 chicken patties with some cheese as well.
KFC options, we currently have 2. The Chicken Little, look at this little guy, so little, and the KFC Chicken Sandwich.
This is part of their Gourmet Kings range.
Whoops.
We have 2 types of chicken sandwich at a UK Burger King: the Chicken Royale or the Steakhouse Crispy Chicken.
Burger King in the US also has 2 chicken sandwich options, and they are as follows. I am taking this off. The Chicken Junior, this guy, I mean, this looks exactly like a McChicken. And the original chicken sandwich, the only chicken sandwich we're gonna see today that is shaped like a smartphone.
Popeye's chicken sandwiches in the UK only come in 1 size, the classic chicken sandwich.
Popeyes in the US also has but 1 chicken sandwich.
Shake Shack in the UK only has 1 size of chicken burger, the Chicken Shack.
Shake Shack, we haven't done anything with Shake Shack in years, it feels like. But they're back, they got a chicken sandwich. Just on looks, whoa, this looks ridiculously good.
Jollibee's chicken burgers come in 2 sizes in the UK, as a standard or as a double.
Jollibee, I love Jollibee, and their chicken sandwiches are very good. We have their regular chicken sandwich and the spicy. Wendy's in the US went all in on chicken sandwiches. As you can see, there are 9 varieties, 2, 4, 6, yeah.
Wendy's only has 1 size of chicken sandwich in the UK.
Okay, I'm sorry, what sandwich is it again? And the crispy chicken sandwich, chicken BLT, okay. Asiago Club, spicy chicken sandwich. Wendy's, all right, we get it. BLT or Club. Spicy ghost pepper, bacon, pretzel, pub, Wendy's spicy pretzel.
Then we've got some options that you won't find in the US. 2 things from a chain called Morley's, a strip burger and a fillet burger, and 1 thing from Nando's, the grilled chicken burger.
Arby's, which is only available in the US, has 3 chicken sandwiches. Starting over here, they have their crispy chicken sandwich, they have their bacon Swiss crispy chicken sandwich, and they got the buffalo chicken sandwich. Chick-fil-A, of course, the original. You can also get the same sandwich, spicy version. Raising Cane's, they have, of course, 1 chicken sandwich option on the menu. This is that. Depending where you are in the United States, these are the 5 Carl's Jr. / Hardee's chicken sandwiches.
So here are almost all of the chicken burgers you'll find in the UK arranged by price. The cheapest at this end is the McDonald's Mayo Chicken at just £1.19. The most expensive is the Shake Shack Chicken Shack, coming in at £9.35. For the price of 1 Shake Shack Chicken Shack, you could buy 7.8 McDonald's Mayo Chickens. In general, I think it seems like the size is tracking with the price, so they do seem a little bit smaller down this end and a little bit bigger down this end, with a couple of exceptions. I do think the Nando's one looks a little bit small. Even the Chicken Shack does look a bit small, and that's very expensive.
Okay, prices in the US, starting from least expensive to most expensive. The least expensive sandwich, to no surprise, is the KFC Chicken Little, which comes in at $2.39. But let's be honest, this isn't actually a full sandwich. I mean, it's almost like a little slider. The most expensive is the Carl's Jr. Bacon Swiss Chicken Sandwich, coming in, just the sandwich, $11.49. You know, I think it's interesting that McDonald's takes up this part. Wendy's is almost all exactly right here. Arby's is almost exactly right over here. I do enjoy Raising Cane's, but this sandwich should not be in this percentage of price. First of all, it's chicken tender sandwiches. It's not even like a full chicken patty. I mean, the Jollibee spicy and regular are, you know, in the lower third. This is a great sandwich. Popeyes is here. KFC is right here. Popeyes and KFC positioned almost right next to each other. Price. A lot of people, myself included, would say these might be the best fast food crispy chicken sandwiches on the market. And they're down here, man. They're like hovering around McChicken prices.
Here are all the UK chicken sandwiches ordered by weight. The lightest option is the Mayo Chicken at 120 grams. And the heaviest is the KFC Zinger Stacker Burger at 325 grams. Key takeaways there, a few of them really drop down. For example, the Shake Shack burger, the Nando's burger has really plummeted in terms of price versus weight. Not a lot of movement at the bottom end of the table, which is interesting. I think even just visually, like the colors are quite interesting. Down the Mayo Chicken end, the buns are kind of very dull, quite a matte finish. Then the sesame seeds kind of start to disappear the higher up you go, and you head more towards the kind of brioche bun, which just looks a little bit fancier and shinier.
Okay, now this is all the US sandwiches by weight. Least weight down here, most weight down there. Okay, once again, the Chicken Little and the Wendy's Crispy Chicken is at the very end of the smallest. Then all the way down here at the end, the Wendy's Classic Pretzel Bacon Pub at a hefty 284 grams on this one. Heavy sandwich. I mean, I don't know what you want to do with this information, really. The one thing I will notice is the most expensive one, or one of the most expensive ones, is the weight right in the middle. So certainly not charging by volume. Shame on you, Carl's Jr. Popeyes, right? Popeyes is over here. Move this way all the way up, so lesser in price, more in weight. Let's go.
And here are all the chicken sandwiches arranged in order of price by weight. So the best value in terms of price by weight is the McDonald's Mayo Chicken. Per 100 grams of burger, that will cost you just 99p. The most expensive by weight is the Shake Shack Chicken Shack. Per 100 grams of burger, that one will cost you £4.25. The Shake Shack burger is 329% more expensive than the Mayo Chicken. I guess ultimately it comes down to personal preference as to whether you want to pay a little bit more for what you would hope to be higher quality, or if you kind of just want value for money and quantity over quality. I think when it comes to fast food, I kind of just want value for money. I just want to leave feeling satisfied with my food for as little price as possible. I'm kind of surprised how low down in the value scale the Chicken Royale from Burger King and the standard fillet burger from KFC ended up. You're really not getting that much value for money when compared to some of these options, and I don't think the quality at either of those chains is necessarily high enough to justify that price point. For example, I think the Jollibee Double Chicken Sandwich as well as the Zinger Stacker Burger, you're getting a lot of food for your money there. And honestly, these are really tasty burgers, so the quality is good, price is good. I think these ones are what I would lean towards in general if I were to order.
This is order from best value to worst value. Coming in at is a Wendy's BLT. Look at this little guy. What a deal. I love the fact that both the Popeyes and the KFC chicken sandwiches are arguably the best deal you can get in the US. Look at this. If you're going per 100 grams, the Chicken Little isn't as good of a deal as a full chicken sandwich. I love it. Glad to see the pretzel buns are down here because these were the heaviest, but also comparing it with the price, you get a pretty good deal. I think from here on, it's like, yeah, okay. Back here, Jollibee spicy chicken. Glad to see it. Great deal. McChicken's over here. Raisin Cane's. All right, I was a little tough on Raisin Cane's before. Everyone's favorite, Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A here and here? Really? Really? This is your favorite restaurant? We're closed on Sundays for this? Give me a break. Shake Shack's over here. I don't know. I was enticed by its size, but after running the numbers, it's not that good of a deal. Shame on you, Shake Shack. I know, McDonald's. Even McDonald's isn't safe. They're McCrispy all the way over here for this one? That's surprising and annoying. Look at this. Look at this. Every Carl's Jr. Most expensive, right? They weren't the heaviest. Worst value. The Carl's Jr. hand-breaded. Not even the ones with all the fun stuff on it. Just a regular hand-breaded sandwich. Here you go. It was $10.99 and it weighed 221 grams. So it's $4.97 per 100 grams. I know it's a lot of data to throw at you. Let me just give you the TLDR. Too expensive.
So here are all the UK's standard chicken sandwiches. I'm going to taste them all back to back and provide you with my definitive ranking.
Here are the standard chicken sandwiches at several US fast food chains. I'm going to try and rank them right now.
McDonald's McCrispy. Give this one a try. They've gone really heavy on the mayo. The bun is quite fancy. It's fancier than you'd normally find on a McDonald's burger. It's kind of like a pretzel bun effect. Nice, shiny, decent texture on it, not too doughy. Chicken patty, maybe a little bit thin. It's a good place to start because I think there is room for improvement there, but it could be a lot worse.
So, starting with down here, the McChicken Classic. I mean, I feel like I'm a bit biased because I've been eating these as long as I can remember. I'll put it here for now. I feel like, I mean, it's good for its value, but I don't know, a little basic. Now, I don't think I've had this one before, the Burger King one. Similar, actually, I like that better. Yeah, BK. All right.
Next up, we got the KFC fillet burger. By the looks of things, also just mayo and lettuce and chicken. Overall, it's just lacking a little bit of something. It's quite bland. I think so far, whether it's the chicken, the breading, or the mayo, not quite as flavorful as the McCrispy, so slightly below it.
I mean, come on. Popeye's chicken sandwiches has been sitting for a while. This is the one that everyone lost their minds about on the internet, so. Everything I'm looking for. Still crispy, amazing Popeye's flavor. Love the bun. A little bit of mayo or sauce on there, not too overpowering. Wow, that's great. They'll stay in this region. Big competitor though, KFC. Ooh, and this one, this is still really crispy. All right. You heard that crunch? Yeah. I'm going in for another bite.
The Burger King Chicken Royale. I'm tempted to dock points just because of how stupid this thing looks. I've never understood why they made it long. I think the ratio is slightly off. The bun is obviously a long bun, but it's also quite thick. So if you can see there, you're getting like quite a lot of bread to meat ratio. Yeah, that's the worst one so far.
Wendy's, we'll see later, but Wendy's had, 100 friggin' sandwiches. Dry, barely seasoned. No, that's the worst one. Was cheese on this? No, not very good.
Popeye's chicken sandwich. Popeye's is a relatively recent addition to the UK. We didn't have this until maybe a year or two ago. And I will say, so far people seem to be liking it. On this one, you get the chicken, the mayo, and instead of the lettuce, you get pickles, which I think is more of an American thing, and one that I enjoy because I love pickles. This is good. I think we have a leader so far. The chicken, I would say, is thicker and crispier than any of the three I've tried so far. Get little like crunchy bits that flake off the edge. So yeah, I think my favorite so far, Popeye's.
Arby's, I mean, they got the meats, and I guess chicken's a meat, but I don't think about getting chicken when I go to Arby's. It's roast beef, right? No, like flavorless,
Shake Shack Chicken Shack is up next. This is the most expensive of any of the burgers we've tried today. It looks pretty fancy. The bun is that classic Shake Shack bun. I think it's a potato roll. We have chicken, mayo, and lettuce. No pickles in this one. I was wrong. There are pickles in this one. The breading on the chicken, it looked like it was going to be tasty, but in actuality doesn't have that much flavor. And if you actually look at the chicken, it's quite a thick piece of chicken, but it's like very dry and quite tough. I think it's probably worse than the McSpicy, so I'll tuck it in there.
Here we go. Let's get everyone fighting in the comments with Chick-fil-A. Never been a Chick-fil-A fan, and I hope everyone watching can see what varieties of chicken sandwiches you can get at any fast food chain. Why you're picking this? What are you doing? What are you guys doing? I've never really cared for Chick-fil-A. It's just the epitome of fine. I mean, this is looking closer to these ones than it is to these over here. Looks really dry. Gotta get the sauce, gotta put sauce on it. So I got Chick-fil-A sauce, but I mean, the fact that it's like, no, you have to put sauce on it to enjoy it. Well, okay, then put the sauce on it. Why do I gotta do it? I do really like the Chick-fil-A sauce. It's a very good sauce. I will say, what this has going for it, other than these, is that its simplicity makes it, to me, a little better because it's not bogged down with like a lot of like soggy vegetables or sauce or whatever. And when you add, in this instance, the Chick-fil-A sauce, it is better. So for that, I'm gonna put it down here. It's definitely not as good as a McChicken. I just don't see what the big deal is. I don't. And everyone's gonna flood my comments with the specialty orders I have to get with the sauces and then, no. This is the sandwich, it's on the menu, I got it. I tasted it, boring and bland.
Up next we got Jollibee, their classic chicken sandwich. Also a relatively new addition to the UK. Let's give it a try. Wow. I think it's the crispiest chicken we've had so far. I think it's even crispier than the Popeyes one. Could maybe benefit from a little bit more mayo. It's just slightly dry is my main criticism so far. There's not much to separate this from Popeyes, but I think I slightly prefer the taste of Popeyes. So I'll tuck it in there.
Yo, Raising Cane's though. Chicken tender sandwiches. Someone's head chef is a 12-year-old boy. Not a bad idea. Just stick the tenders in a bun, throw some sauce on here. Let's go. Cool. Here's why this is smart. With the tenders, there's more like surface space. So the crispy skin to chicken ratio leans more towards the crispy chicken, or the crispy skin, which just gives it a lot more flavor. I really like Raising Cane's. I know I was disappointed when put in the value matrix that Harry came up with, but you don't want to discount taste. It is a very tasty chicken sandwich. So, Raising Cane's another one that's famous for having like this cane sauce you're supposed to dip it in, and I didn't even put any on here. It's still good. So, Chick-fil-A, get out of here with their extra sauce.
Then we're on to the Wendy's classic chicken sandwich. What looks like quite a dry bun, chicken patty, lettuce, tomato, and pickles. Just visually, I had quite low expectations, but that's a pretty tasty sandwich. Not bad. I'm gonna put it slightly below the McCrispy.
All right, last two. Shake Shack is great. I don't usually go there that often because I always feel like it's a little bit more on the expensive side. And aesthetics alone, this looks like it would have been maybe the best one. It looks like a big piece of chicken. Yeah, good amount of sauce. I like the bun. This looks like a big chicken sandwich, right? This is really good. Yeah. The flavor of that chicken is Popeyes and KFC level. I mean it. Cane's is cool. Everything this way has more of a generic fried chicken flavor, but from here on, the flavors are getting more specific, which I like. And Shake Shack's, wow.
Then we've got two UK exclusives to rank as well. I'm gonna start with the Morley's Fillet Burger. This kind of looks like the platonic ideal chicken burger that you might find. Just the lettuce, quite a lot of mayo. Chicken looks good. Not the thickest piece of chicken, but looks pretty well seasoned. The chicken, I would describe the texture as leathery. Quality-wise, you can kind of tell that the chicken in here is maybe not quite as good as some of the other ones. I think it's down here actually. Not as bad as the long chicken.
And last, what we've determined, arguably the worst value for your money, Carl's Jr. Oh man. But they're really emphasizing that this is a hand-breaded. They're doing it by hand back there. Let's see how it tastes. Hello. This is actually pretty good. Oh man, I've been dogging on Carl's Jr. all day. Okay. All right, Raising Cane's just better than this one, but not, I mean, it's close. This one has they both have a unique flavor. Cane's overall has a better lasting flavor. They don't taste exactly the same, but Carl's Jr., your hand-breaded chicken sandwich is actually pretty good.
Then our final option is the Nando's Grilled Chicken Burger. It's some of their signature grilled chicken with your chosen spice level. Leon chose the spiciest one for me, thank you. And it's served on these kind of, I think it's a Portuguese roll, which have quite a firm texture to them. I will say you can taste the quality of the chicken with this one. The ratio is slightly off. I've always thought this bun is like quite a lot for the rest of the ingredients. It's good, but where does it rank? I think this may upset people, but I'm actually gonna put it slightly below the McCrispy. And that is my ranking. Coming in dead last, Burger King Chicken Royale. And I think my favorite is the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Going down the ranking from least to best, says me. In last place we have, was this Wendy's? Yeah, but of course, the top two, Popeyes and KFC. And I wanna say, at any given day, it could be Popeyes 1, KFC 2. Those guys are neck and neck, depending on the KFC and Popeyes you go to. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot, Jollibee. This is the standard Jollibee sandwich. I'll put that between the McChicken and the Chick-fil-A. Yeah, not impressed. It's a lot of chicken to keep track of. Now I'm going to talk about all the US sandwiches you cannot get in the UK.
Here are all the chicken sandwiches from the UK that you won't find in the US. Only we call them chicken burgers. Firstly is the return of the Value King. It's the mayo chicken. This is as simple, cheap and cheerful as it gets. It's a slightly oddly shaped, usually square chicken patty with some mayo and some lettuce on a bun. And for a few extra pence, you can also add bacon and have a bacon mayo chicken. Then we have a linguistic difference. In the UK, our spicy version of the chicken sandwich is called a McSpicy. You guys call yours a spicy McCrispy, which to me seems like an unnecessary amount of words.
Whatever.
I like spicy McCrispy. It's like a pirate name.
Yar. Then we're on to KFC. In the UK, instead of having a spicy chicken sandwich, we have a Zinger burger. It's basically the same thing, same patty, but the breading is a bit more spicy. I quite like this. I think generally speaking, I'll opt for a Zinger burger over just the classic fillet burger. Also, do Americans find it weird that we pronounce it fillet burger and not filet? Because I feel like you guys will find that weird. Unless you're talking about the filet-o fish from McDonald's, in which case we say filet. Figure it out. Our next exclusive from KFC in the UK is the Tower Burger. So this is the chicken, but then they add some cheese to it and a hash brown. We've also gone for the Zinger Tower Burger here, which means that you get this spicy salsa-y sauce on top as well. And then we have the exclusive Zinger Stacker Burger. Now this is our largest burger that you can find on a KFC UK menu. And it's, if I can separate them, which apparently I can't, it's just peeled instead. It's 2 chicken patties with cheese between and on top, lettuce, spicy mayo, and some more spicy sauce on top as well. While we're talking about the KFC ones, you'll note that on the UK menu, they're all named a burger rather than a sandwich. It's hard to explain exactly where the linguistic difference comes from. I think a lot of it comes to do with the bread that your sandwich comes in. I think generally speaking, if you have like a round bun, particularly with sesame seeds on it in the UK, what's inside it is just going to be called a burger. We actually have quite a few chicken exclusives on a UK Burger King menu. We'll start with this one, which is the Steakhouse Crispy Chicken. This is part of their Gourmet Kings menu. That's how I describe myself. There's a tomatoey sauce on the bottom, a crispy chicken patty, big slice of cheese, bacon, and then what looks to be some rocket on top. For the American audience, we call arugula rocket. I've not had this one before. It was quite expensive. I think it's got gourmet in the name, and I think they're using that to put this at quite a high price point. It's not bad. I do think to get this as part of a meal, you're like pushing £10 in the UK. And I feel like once you've hit that price point, just go somewhere else. Just go to a restaurant because you'll get like better quality, fresher food for probably the same, if not even less money. There's a linguistic difference to point out, which is that in the UK, we call our weird long Burger King chicken burger a chicken royale. In the UK, we can also get our chicken royale with bacon and cheese. Or we can get a Californian barbecue royale. So that is the standard royale with the chicken, the lettuce, and the mayo, but also quite a lot of barbecue sauce and also some tomato on there. Surprisingly, we actually have a couple of Popeyes exclusive sandwiches that you don't have in the US. Here we have the deluxe chicken sandwich and the spicy deluxe chicken sandwich. Now, while a regular Popeye sandwich is just sauce, chicken, and pickles, these ones have sauce, chicken, pickles, but also lettuce and cheese. With the standard one, the sauce is mayo, and on the spicy one, it's actually the sauce that changes rather than the chicken. This one having a spicy mayo instead. I don't know if adding a little bit of lettuce and cheese to something is enough to qualify it as deluxe. I think if you're calling something deluxe, I'm gonna need a little bit more than that, guys. But I'll give it a try. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I think the deluxe sandwiches are worse than the originals from Popeyes. I think for the couple of extra pounds that it's costing you to add a little bit of cheese and lettuce to your sandwich, you're better off without it, honestly. The next exclusive was actually a bit surprising to me. It's this one from Jollibee, the double chicken sandwich. It's surprising in the sense that the UK is the country of excess here for once. We're the ones with the much larger portion. This is a hefty, hefty sandwich. We have one exclusive chicken sandwich from the UK Wendy's, which is the Avocado Chicken Club. So you get the chicken patty with some cheese on top, and then you have some mashed avocado, bacon, lettuce, and tomato. Not to be outdone, the UK also has quite a few chicken chains that you won't find in the US. And interestingly, our chicken sandwich culture is quite different to yours. Now, in terms of chains, Nando's is obviously a pretty iconic chicken joint over here in the UK. Now, while you can find some of these on the east coast of the US, over here, they're in pretty much every city and town and are kind of like a foundational part of UK culture at this point. We're now so obsessed with peri-peri as a flavor that almost every restaurant that sells chicken will have a peri-peri option, and you've seen lots of other chains try and spring up to capitalize on the popularity, like Roosters and Pepe's. Now, we can't talk about British chicken sandwiches without talking about chicken shops. Chicken shops are an integral part of UK and more specifically London culture. The big players are Morley's and Chicken Cottage, but there are literally thousands of independent ones scattered across the UK. They're so popular that people are ripping off the big chains now, so you'll see things like Monley's and Moley's opening up with deceptively similar branding and decor to the classic Morley's chain. To put into context just how popular chicken shops are, there are currently around 8,000 of them in London. McDonald's has just 200 locations. A funny thing is how some of the independent chicken shops aren't just ripping off other ones like Morley's, but they're trying to rip off the big chains like KFC. I think in the UK, people don't really understand what fried chicken means when you refer it to a specific US state. So I'm sure to Americans, they will know the difference between Kentucky Fried Chicken versus something that was fried elsewhere. But in the UK, we don't really have that context. In the UK, you might walk down the street and see Ohio fried chicken, Maryland fried chicken, or Alaska fried chicken.
As an American, yes, Kentucky does have a distinct type of fried chicken. Popeyes is Louisiana. Other southern states have their own ways of making fried chicken. Yeah, Nashville, hot fried chicken. That's another one, which is a city, not a state. Yes, I realize. But yeah, Alaska, no. Ohio, no. Montana, no. Montana has no cuisine.
Another thing to point out is that when it comes to the big chains like Morley's and Chicken Cottage, the individual shops are often franchised. Leon swears by the Thornton Heath Morley's. He's a South London guy, and he says that's the best one. If you've been to a better one, let us know.
There isn't a better one.
Now I'm going to talk about all the US sandwiches you cannot get in the UK. Going to go by chain. So McDonald's, for instance, you can get a deluxe crispy chicken sandwich, which is just the regular chicken sandwich with lettuce and tomato and mayo on it. And then you can also get the spicy version. Let's see, the sauce is a little bit oranger, which I guess it makes it spicier. Burger King, I saw it in there. What was it? You guys call this the Burger Royale, and ours is just the original crispy chicken sandwich. Sub sandwich. It's shaped like that for seemingly no specific reason. Yep, KFC, the Chicken Little. Oh, this little guy. You can also get your Chick-fil-A sandwich, spicy version. That looks spicier. It comes in a red bag because red is hot and spicy is hot. I mean, everything at the Carl's Jr. was a exclusive, I think, because you guys don't even have one. It just seems like we're kind of just throwing everything at the wall and see what sticks. Crispy chicken with bacon. I feel that Wendy's especially, Wendy's and Carl's Jr., they just are trying to like do variations on a theme hoping that we'll kind of get everyone. I understand why, but it's a bit overwhelmed, right? I mean, I don't even know which one to get. I don't want to bite any of these. These all look bad. This whole section here is just like throw everything on the wall and see what sticks. I don't agree with that strategy, guys. Just by the looks of all these sandwiches, the flagship chicken sandwich at each one of the chains, I would more go for than any of these. I don't want any of these.
I say fillet o fish.
No, I say filet.
Filet.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
It's
just
the,
wrong.
it's the only time when I would ever say filet.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Leon's backing me up on this.
Weird.
What about a filet mignon?
Yeah, but that's like a whole French thing.
Yeah,
Because you're not saying filet mignon. You're pronouncing.
You're not? That's
I might from now on.
I'll have the filet mignon, please.